Definitely good old hood days before they did get jiggy.
Yeah, that was before Puffy and was like hella jiggy and all that shit. And wearing the Versace, that shit was just getting, what I'm saying, fresh. That shit was brand new. So far as like on a street label like Suave House or Rap a Lot, nobody was doing that shit. Nobody was doing that for the girls.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So me and Tila came out there with that fly shit on, and we was killing them because there wasn't nobody like us in
Yeah.
Texas, and nobody Suave House. Nobody, so niggas was kind of looking like you start seeing niggas dress code kind of changing a little bit. I was like, oh nigga, you got on some of that shit, don't you?
Yeah, T was
You
definitely
know what I'm
on some of
saying?
that shit.
Boy, niggas was stepping out,
Yeah.
but nigga had to move to Texas, man, because of that record. They was singing that motherfucker. I have them singing acapella, man, for damn near a whole minute.
So how did y'all come up with that song? Like you just in the studio just fucking around?
Uh, Niggas wasn't vibing, and we was in Memphis. We was at the studio, House of Blues, where it used to be called. What was the name of that motherfucker? Oh man, I can't remember the name of the damn studio. Anyway, House of Blues. Anyway, so we up in there in the studio. Nigga wasn't vibing at all. We just, just trying to make it come up with some shit. Like I was like, man, fuck this shit. Nigga like, man, we gotta grind, man. We gotta turn. I was like, man, let me tell you something, dog. If that shit don't happen, it ain't gonna happen. We gonna get out there and we're gonna do a song. You're gonna be happy about it tonight, but tomorrow you're gonna be like, nah, that ain't it. And they did this record. Slices and Tila did this record. That one Twisted, remember the one? And I'm rolling from the danger, so I'm holding one in chamber. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this the single, because they had to run the MC. They were
Yeah,
like,
I
oh,
do
this the
remember
single,
that shit.
this the single right here. Now, mind you, I hadn't made, Girls in the Club, Show Enough. I hadn't made Show Enough or Tired of Ballin'.
Yeah.
I hadn't even made them records yet. We had already done, Watch Your Girl Like You Watch Your Mail, all that shit. But went out to the club, strip club, came back, whole nother vibe. Nigga came in drunk and motherfucker. I pulled up this drum track and my partner was with us. They played the bass. I was like, man, get on that bass, man. Let's get on that bass. On this beat right here, it's kind of like got an Al Green feel to it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then I slowed it down. Oh, it changed the whole feel. Then we went to that damn that bass line. And then I got on that damn woo, that old shit. Man, it didn't just that shit came automatically.
Hey, that Tired of
Yeah.
Ballin', what we was in
But
high school?
Tila actually came up with the hook at first, the first part of the hook, cause he was like, man, okay, this is what I got, He was like, girls, and he said, boy, some girls in the club showing love, and ass in the club cutting up. He was got some girls in the club cutting up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, let me get on the mic. So I just got on the mic. God, God. First thing came out of my mouth. I swear to God. First thing came out of my mouth. And I still look. We sent the song back to Ball and Gino, and they were like, yeah, man, straight. We'll get on. We'll get on it, man. Where that damn Twisted, man? We want to get on that junk, man.
Yeah.
Cause they was
Yeah,
like,
we
we want to get
go.
on the single. We want to get on the single, man. That ain't the single, man. We want to get on the damn single.
Yeah.
We had to twist niggas' arms like, hey, get on it. They got on it. They still felt like, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Nigga, I played that shit in the club
Yeah.
one night.
Shit, that was over with.
When they was like, what the fuck was that?
That Tired of
And they were
Ballin'.
like, play that shit again. Played it again. By the end of the night, motherfucker was singing the hook.
Wow.
The crazy part of that song with that I'm pretty
That's
sure
that,
motherfuckers
that's
had to
that
keep
old
that
ass keyboard. That's that
Yeah.
old keyboard. It's called a Juno 106. Goddamn Juno 106. Nigga, I'll pay a grip for that shit right now.
Yeah, that shit was
That was
jamming.
a classic, man.
That Tired of
That
Ballin'
started that
was that
soft,
shit
man,
too.
like that. That's what
Over
got the
I
with.
made
soft.
Tired of Ballin' the next day.
Yeah, that Tired of Ballin' was that boy. That was my
You
thing.
made the title ball next day.
The next day. Yep. And matter of fact, I already had the beat. And I always love early in the morning. Find me enough. So that's why I had that ding, 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 ding. You know what I'm saying? That came from, Gap Band. But I freaked it though. I flipped it, so we had to pay for that shit. You know. And actually, I had the hook immediately, but he never did had a verses, and that was another. Just come in. I was like, man, just just get a fresh night's sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to tie the Ballin on CD, and we'll ride around in the car. You know how niggas be smoking and riding. Yeah. Be about 4 niggas in the car. So it just had a hook and the beat. So every time the hook come around, everybody, you know what I'm saying, your turn. Said, tell me why you tie the Ballin, nigga. I tie the Ballin. Niggas coming out. Just rapping and shit. Nobody could come up with the first, like, how that shit just need to jump off. And so we couldn't really get into the record like we were supposed to get into the record-wise. We would just always love to just vibe to it. That nigga Tila said, man, turn that Tyler Ballin on, man. He had been out with Draper, man. They was out doing it, buying shit. Da-da-da-da. He just a real emotional, you know what I'm saying, type nigga. Like, if we was out balling, then he want to come back and ball on the track. If we was out kicking with some bitches, come back and, you know what I'm saying? If shit was emotional, niggas got fucked up, some niggas got hurt, he want to talk about that shit on the song. You know what I'm saying? So he real about the environment, you know, the climate, you know what's going on. So that nigga came in that motherfucker. He couldn't even write. He couldn't even write to it. I was like, man, just rap. Just go in there. And we're going to roll it back. Roll it back. That's when the nigga was still using reel to reel. So, you know, that was the issue. Just roll and punch and roll and punch. You know, that shit take time then to roll and punch and roll and punch. You'll forget some shit. That shit take all day. Motherfucker rocking and shit. So, that nigga, man, shit came in. Because if you really think about it, if you listen to motherfucking Tyler Ballin lyrics, some of that shit don't fucking make sense. It's just, it's just
Jones.
Yeah, we acting crazy, man. So I'm like, you know, a nigga, who motivates a bitch to suck a dick? Shit, me. Moped ass to the crib like a spree. Started back with me and T Draper, fucking caper, cause we already got paper gator, big block Versace and all that shit. Man, I'm like, man, that nigga freestyle that shit. Was like, oh, niggas. That's just one of the moments that niggas running all over the room like, oh, shit.
I was down in my nod, nigga. Who moped ass bitch? Like,
I mean, like, when you said it made sense, that was my college jam, dog. When I was in school, like, that was the shit. That shit was like, that shit changed the Southern music, you know, with the Goody Mob coming and all that. Like that shit right there was what really started the South movement with you guys and the Goody Mob and Outkast, all that. But that shit right there, man, I remember seeing the video. What was the first one? The Tyler Ballin was first, or was Show Enough?
Show Enough.
Show Enough. I remember when I seen that, then I seen the Tyler Ballin.
Yeah.
With the police, was the police in that shit or something? Like a police scene
with
the girl? Yeah.
Cop.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Tell you, motherfucker, first time I heard Show Enough, it was the second day that I met Mark Twain. The first day I met Free T of the night. Holyfield knocked Mike Tyson ass out for the first time. I went to their fight party, and as soon as that shit ended, them niggas cut that shit on. They were upstairs, I was downstairs. I heard that I turned to my partner. I was like, man, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't know. I was like, let's go up here and see what the hell this shit is. Niggas just around the room, listen to the shit. Then they just freestyled all night to the shit. It was just that sound, man. That sound, you never heard a sound like that before. That ding, ding.
Yeah, that all that high shit. That was definitely what made that shit pop.
I got into the lyrics later because I love 8-Ball and MJG. You know what I'm saying? Just really getting introduced to Tila, but that sound had niggas smoking weed and goddamn freestyling all fucking night. Like all night. The day Holyfield knocked Tyson ass out with a I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
Yeah, all that shit was big. We was on that Memphis music tough as a motherfucker back then anyway. At least I was.